Um, Thank you very much, first of all, for the invitation to speak here in this lovely panel and talk about social economy. My name is Marcel Smeets. I'm, since May this year, Director General of Social Economy Europe, which is the European reference network for well, what we call the four families of social economy: the cooperatives, the mutuals, the associations, the foundations, but also all other kind of organizations that we feel do have a place and do work within the social economy, meaning that actually, if you're not a cooperative, if you're not a mutual, if you're not an association, if you're not a foundation, but if you, what we will say, underwrite the 7 principles of social economy, which is of course the primacy of the individual, the not-for-profit orientation, the fact that the social and the services for the members are the most important, that you work on the basis of internal democracy. Well, if you do all underwrite these principles, then we think then you are most welcome as part and as member of Social Economy Europe. Social Economy Europe started in 2000, I think, as an informal network of representatives of cooperatives, mutuals, associations and foundations, and since January this year we are a formal association based in Brussels. And I think that's right on time, because next year is a very important year, I think, for social economy in Europe. Has everything to do with the European elections, and I think some people in the room will acknowledge the importance of that. It is important for more than 2 reasons. Of course, now let me first say that I have the impression that nowadays social economy in Europe is very hot and very sexy. That has everything to do with the financial crisis. That has everything to do with the fact that social economy has proven to be resilient, has even proven to be a promoter of growth, of jobs, job creation. So everyone wants to be on that wagon of social economy. That's, I think, one good reason why we should be very attentive now and for the next year, the elections. Because as everyone wants to jump on that wagon, there are also some false passengers, so to speak. Everyone is now today a social entrepreneur. Everyone is doing something which is social innovative. But the question is, what do you really mean by social entrepreneur? I heard a story about a computer provider who pretended he was a social enterprise because he used also social media. And I think that's nothing to do with social economy or the 7 principles or the DNA of social economy. So that's one thing we have to be very aware of, that of course we want to grow, we want to expand, we want to be inclusive as possible, but let's keep that DNA or the soul living within in Europe. A second reason why I think that the European of the next year, 2014, is an important year is that with the European Parliament, also the European Commission will change. And what we have, and I had a beautiful slide about that, about the ideas and goals and agenda of Social Economy Europe, but I have to do it by heart now. But one of the main issues on our agenda is how can we stimulate and promote the coordinated policy initiatives from the European institutions or European commissions. Because we have DG Employment, we have DG Enterprise, we have DG Markt. They all are very busy, which we really applaud. They are very busy by developing policies, social business initiative, social investment package. We have all kinds of things about corporate social responsibility. But the problem is that we, as a European reference network, we don't know where to go for our issues. If we go to DG Employment, which we feel like the most appropriate DG, they say, well, actually there's a market issue, so go to DG Markt. One of our calls for next year would be that within the new Commission, there would be one dedicated department or unit or directorate or whatsoever, but that there is one dedicated team of people from the European Commission working on social economy issues. I think that would be very helpful also in the promotion of social economy itself. Because along with that, we think that it would be very helpful if we could get, or if we would have any roadmap for the promotion of social economy in Europe. We see now that at the end of the mandate of the European Commission, all kinds of initiatives pop up, and of course we hope that they will sustain. And one example is in January there's a very big event conference organized in Strasbourg by DG Employment, by DG Markt, by DG Enterprise. And they want to come to the Strasbourg Declaration. And I'm very happy with every declaration, but it's not the declaration as such which is very important. It is the actions that follow that declaration. So I think that having a clear roadmap or implementation plan or vision, but maybe that's too much asked, but a clear vision on the development of social economy in Europe would be very welcome. So that's something we could try to realize next year with the new Commission. Within that roadmap, I think there should also be a very big chapter on legal recognition of social economy actors. As you may know, cooperatives, they have their European statute for cooperatives, so they can work, they have their legal recognition, they can work cross border. But what I understand is that having that statute means also having lots of bureaucracy, and I'm not sure if everyone is very happy in working with that legal statute. But mutuals do not have such a pan-European recognition. Foundations do not have it, and associations neither. It's even worse, in some countries there is no legislation at all for mutuals or associations or foundations, or it's even forbidden. So I think it would be a first step in the promotion of social economy in Europe would be, of course, having those legal instruments to operate and to also to frame new initiatives in the field of social economy. Now, I always asked or called for a vision or streamlined plan or approach on the European level for social economy, not only because of that legal recognition, but also, it has already been mentioned, access to finance. I mean, stock-owned companies have an advantage. They can sell their shares and go to the market and borrow money and, well, increase their capital. Cooperatives, mutuals, foundations, associations do have a problem with finding additional fundings. First of all, they can't sell stocks because they are not stock-owned. Secondly, they have a problem in they have a problem by attracting capital by the classical banks, because classical banks, first of all, what do they ask? What's the return on investment? And social enterprises or social economy actors indeed do have a problem in proving their return on investment, but not because they're not able to prove what they do. No, I was with the access to finance and the fact that everyone is asking for the return on investment. I think one big issue for social economy is how do we show our added value? How do we translate our social impact? Because that's what the people want to know and want to hear. And the problem now is that we always have to translate it in terms of the banks and the financial institutions. And we have to express it in a cipher between 1 and 10 to make it comprehensible. But the social impact of what we are doing, or what our members are doing, or what the members and the members are doing, or what you are doing, is much more than we paid this and we got this in money back. It has also to do with quality of life. It has also to do with social cohesion. It has also to do with things which are very, very important, but unfortunately not expressible in currencies. And I'm not, well, I will take another 2 minutes, maybe. Because with that evaluation, impact evaluation and measurement, welcome. I think we we have to be very clear and take it the very easy way, because I think that social economy actors know exactly what their social impact is and what their return on investment is. That's why they are created. That's why they are providing services, because they are asked by their members. That's why they produce the products they are producing, because they do it for the members. And that's why they are innovating. They are social innovators, because of they follow their members. And we have to see if we can find the vocabulary, or maybe another methodology, an accepted methodology, to express exactly what is our added value. I will leave the floor to the following speakers, and I'm happy to start the discussion later on with you and answer any questions. Thank you.